Texas GOP Chairman Abraham George, thank you so much and welcome back to Eye on Politics.
Well, thanks for having me, Jack.
You bet. So first I want to get your reaction to the blowout win by Attorney General Ken Paxton in the Senate primary runoff against Senator John Cornyn. To what do you attribute this Texas-sized margin of victory, 28 percentage points? Was this really just because of President Trump's endorsement, or is there something more?
Well, all of that played into it. Obviously, President's endorsement in Texas is a major deal. People love President up here in Texas, and he won by 14 points last time. One of the other things is the grassroots showed up. They did not stay home. This was a major issue for them. John Cornyn is a nice guy, like President said, but people are looking for fighters. They're looking for people who can go and make things happen. SAVE Act is a major issue for Texans, and John Cornyn did not come through for us on that. So I can name like 1,000 people that I've talked to that they said, this was one major issue for them. They needed that SAVE Act passed. And, Ken Paxton made a real move by saying, if you get that passed, I will withdraw. And even with that, Cornyn could not bring that home.
Well, I mean, Senator Cornyn said he supported it. He said he was a co-sponsor of that, but he's one vote, and the other Republicans didn't go for that. So what do you say to that?
Well, people don't like excuses anymore, Jack. I mean, they want things done. And yeah, you were absolutely right. He's one out of the 100 people, and but he is not just a regular senator from some random small state. I mean, he's the senior senator from the state of Texas who's been there for about a couple of decades. He should be able to push the leadership to make that happen, and that's what Texans are expecting.
So we heard from Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick weeks ago before the runoff, urging Republicans that once this race was settled to unite and come together. We heard Senator Cornyn said that he's going to support the Republican ticket. He did not name Paxton during his concession speech. And so I'm wondering, do you think that Republicans are going to come together? Cornyn supporters are going to come together and rally around Paxton?
Oh, 100%. We always have pretty brutal primaries in Texas. I mean, because we're the leading party, everyone wants to run as a Republican, and we go through this almost every cycle. But by the time we get to November, we are united. We're already sending out, messages, text messages, emails to bring everyone together. Hey, this was fun, and we needed this. We wanted to see some good conservative nominees, but time comes to going. It's time that we go after Talarico and Jenna Hinojosa. So yeah, absolutely, that'll happen.
So the battle lines are now drawn, certainly in the Senate race. And we've seen the Democratic nominee, James Talarico, has already come out on offense. He's called Paxton, quote, the most corrupt politician in the United States. And his campaign is now, their theme is, quote, the people versus Ken Paxton. So how will Republicans here in Texas and nationally help defend this seat for Republicans?
Well, it is people versus somebody, and that ain't Ken Paxton. It is people versus Talarico. I mean, you got to look at this guy who actively, you ask him what do you love the most other than your family, and his first thing that comes out of this guy's mind is trans children. Which who a grown man thinking about that? It's just weird. And then that's not Texas values. He is trying to push transgender ideology on our children. He wants open borders. He wants a red carpet on our border instead of a wall. And that's just not us. I mean, Texas does not go for those kind of values, and they're not going to believe him. And he's this is a guy who says God is non-binary and there's 6 genders. They're not going to elect him. It is people versus Talarico at this point. That's for sure.
And I wanted to ask you, because one of the things that Talarico is saying is talking about the economy, the affordability issues. And right now people are not happy. They see gas prices gone up because of the Iran war. Prices at the grocery store really haven't come down. They've continued to go up. And while inflation is not nearly as high as it was back in 2022, prices are still going up, just not as much. And so I'm wondering if people still feel this way about the economy, all the name calling, et cetera, people may just cast all of that aside. How concerning is that? And what is the message for Republicans going forward about costs?
Once this war is wrapped up, which we believe all of us, know that this is going to happen within the next few days, I think the prices will come down. That is a major issue. Gas prices being at $3 and something is not something we expected to have in 2026. Property tax is another major issue that we have to work on, and governor's already put together a plan that will change how property tax is assessed and processed in state of Texas. That's going to be a huge win for Republicans. So our messaging is, yes, the name calling and all of that is kind of it's an inside thing, but regular people, they care about economy. They care about safety of their children. They care about education. So yeah, 100%. That is our messaging. That's what we're going to campaign on.
And, Democrats believe this is their now or never moment. And a lot of people are expecting the national Democrats, from the Senate, Chuck Schumer, to send money down to help Talarico, who's already amassed a sizable war chest, $40 million since he got into the race, $27 million in the first quarter alone of this year, which would allow him to build an actual get out the vote infrastructure. And so I'm wondering, how are Republicans going to counter that? Isn't Paxton going to need to do that?
Well, yes, and it's really not. It's not about money all the time. I mean, look at Ken Paxton's campaign this time. He was outspent by probably 20 times, and he won by 28 points. So Republicans in Texas, they don't really look at all of that. Average Texan who are independents, who we are going after now, they're not looking at how many TV ads can you do. And these negative ads that pushed out by Talarico and the Democrats, when they're the ones who is after the people and their kids and the safety of their children and open borders, they're not going to buy it. I mean, Colin Albright tried to do this. Beto tried to do this. It's just a consistent. I think the Democrats are just wasting money in Texas. But hey, this is good. I mean, let them waste money in Texas so they won't go do that some other state.
I did want to ask you one other question, and you've got an election of your own as Texas GOP chair, and you've got a crowded race. How confident are you about being reelected?
Very confident. We did a poll, and we're at 69%, I think, is what that came out, and so I'm not worried about it. I'm more focused on reorganizing the party now that the runoffs are over. Yeah, bringing everyone together, bringing all the stakeholders to the table and having conversations, tough conversations at times, and saying, okay, this is what we have to do to get to November, and we gotta build our grassroots again, because obviously every camp is upset and some camps are very happy, and so the job is to bring everyone together and get to November and beat Talarico and Gina Hinojosa.
Is it all hands on deck?
100%, yes, sir.
All right, we will leave it there. Texas GOP Chairman Abraham George, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.